Yes, my name is James Clark. I got an appeal before the Idaho Supreme Court on how the corruption is going on in the state of Idaho, including at the law firm of Anderson, Julian Hall. Now, what I did is when I was at the Supreme Court here about a week or so ago, I happened to show these documents to the clerk of the court, and he took a copy of them and sent them back to the same people that I'm appealing against, and because the signatures aren't the same. But I get a letter back from the Supreme Court the other day, or yesterday, or the day before, and they're saying, oh, no, they're the same, and oh, how they contacted so-and-so, and she verified that it's her signature, and da-da-da-da. But you know what? I don't believe it. I'll ask your opinion. The law firm of Anderson, Julian Hall, are you altering my medical documents again? I would like for everyone to kind of review these two signatures. Now, what the Supreme Court is telling me is that it's the same signature. Yes, the address may be different. Now, why would somebody that's doing a notary put their home address, supposedly, because the addresses are different, even though they were done on the same day? How can that be? I mean, why would she put her home address? I guess that's what the other one is what I'm being told. And the other one is where she works at. Well, she no longer works at the Bank of the West, but they did notify her and sent her a copy of these. And so the commission deemed them, the same. So that's what they're telling me. But I think it's a lie, in my opinion, because I just don't see how those signatures are the same. And another thing, and due to the fact they were faxed on the same day, here's the fax, because when I take this other piece off, I'm going to show you another obstacle here for them to try to overcome in the Supreme. Oh, well, I don't know really how to get all this information before the Supreme Court. But unless you have this document here, and unless you have this document, which, they're saying that it was sent from also Bank of the West, right up there, okay, and it was done on the 4th, but now I signed them supposedly on the 3rd. Now, why would they be faxed on the 4th from the Bank of the West when I had them do it supposedly on the 3rd? Now, another thing, if you really look closely at the 9, that 0 was placed next to that 1. Now, I know exactly where you guys got that now, Miss O'Barr, from the law firm of Anderson, Julian Hall, because it does have your name on it. Oh, there it is, Anderson, Julian Hall. Because isn't it really true that date is really in my prison records? Because I was in prison in 2001. So unless you really have this document in your hand, well, I mean, you can almost see it, how that little 0 has been set next to the 1 to make it look like a 9. Now, so tell me, man, how is that all possible, considering that they're different? Now, another thing that's kind of odd is this number right here, the 9, that should have been an 8, kind of crossed out in a 9, because I also have a letter from Bank of the West due to the fact that they had me go in and sign a bunch of medical release forms, the ones that they already had in their possession, but I was being sanctioned. But the Industrial Commission wouldn't allow me to come forward to produce these documents to show or anything in regards to how they got my private health records and violated a federal law. Now, I have a letter where she had marked out this 8 because they made a big flack out of it that I had altered so they couldn't get records. But bull. We know better than that. But again, I am here on my own, and these are the things that I'm going to have to do to prove that they're lying, that may cost me my freedom just to be heard. I mean, I'm not going to do nothing. I feel I have a right to be heard. But nobody wants to stand behind me or anything like that and go before the Supreme Court. And isn't it true that your law firm of Anderson, Julian, Hall have also represented the government of Idaho? That's what I read on your webpage there, Miss Rachel O'Barr. That how you all do seminars on workers' compensation. Oh, I feel sorry for them. I'm telling you. And how you do all this good stuff. Well, is this the kind of good stuff that you don't talk about that you do? The fraud that you commit on an injured worker? Because clearly, these are not the same. They're not. Come on. They're not the same. Here it is again. All right. And my signature right here. Now, if you look at this one, but the clerk of the court wrote me a letter saying that they feel that, everything's fine. Where's it at there? There it is. This one here says 8-3 of 01. Oh, my Lord. Oh, geez. Now, how can that be? How can that be? I want an answer, and I have a right to that answer. And I will be coming for that answer because I have every right to. Yeah, am I starting to look like crap? Yeah, well, I don't get vacations. I don't get time with my significant other. Because, this is why. Take a look at this place. Let me show you something, man. Let me show you something. Look at this place. This is the living room. This is the living room. This is the kitchen. This is the kitchen. Okay? I mean, I've got all this stuff. All this stuff. Okay? I've got a tote over here that's full of stuff. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's right down there. When do I get to, look at all this. When do I get to have my life back? Huh? When do I get my life back? That's all I want. I think I deserve my life back as best I can. Because I had to go to Social Security the other day and try to figure out where I really stand because of your crap. And this document coming up next in a video. Because all these little videos, they'll all be on certain documents. Since I can't get it all before the Supreme Court, because if I was to take everything that I want before that Supreme Court, it would take 2 totes. It'd take those 2 big old totes. Like those, I think they're like 3 feet or 4 feet long. Something like that, the 4-feeter or something like that. I don't know. I have a lot. I just want my life back. And how dare you all do this? Alter my medical records to make it look like I signed those medical release forms? Again, you're altering my documents, Miss Rachel O'Barr in the law firm of Anderson, Julian, Hall out of out of Boise, Idaho.